Nolig Riel, a Scottish Gaelic phrase meaning Merry Christmas.
We wish you a Scottish Christmas, we wish you a Scottish Christmas, we wish you a Scottish Christmas and a Scottish New Year.
We wish you a Scottish Christmas, we wish you a Scottish Christmas, we wish you a Scottish Christmas and a Scottish New Year.
Scotch tidings we bring to you and your clan, Scotch tidings for Christmas and a Scottish New Year. We wish you a Scottish Christmas, we wish you a Scottish Christmas, we wish you a Scottish Christmas and a Scottish New Year. Now bring us some haggis pudding, now bring us some haggis pudding, now bring us some haggis pudding, so bring some right here. We wish you a Scottish Christmas, we wish you a Scottish Christmas, we wish you a Scottish Christmas and a Scottish New Year.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Naturally Kim's Knitting. I'm Kim, and this is a podcast where I talk about, almost anything, but I usually have the centerpiece knitting, crafting of some form. Anyways, today is December 16th. Only 9 more days till Christmas. Anyways, and I want to welcome everybody. Whether this is one of your first times here or you've been here many, many, many times. I am so happy to see you, my friends. Okay, you can find me online on Ravelry. I'm NapiersKnits. Then we have our podcast group, which is Naturally Kim's Knitting podcast group. And then on Etsy, oh, never mind. I don't do Etsy anymore. Instagram, I'm knitting_Kim. And YouTube, Blogger, and WordPress, I'm Naturally Kim's Knitting. Okay, let me see what's been going on. I am an affiliate, which helps me to have prizes. Just a moment. I got to take care of something. I looked up and realized my tea was on the other end of the sofa. I'm hoping you're able to hear this. I've been trying to figure out ways. The light is the best when I set my computer on my sofa, but when I do that, I realize I muffle the sound. So I'm trying different things, so I hope you can hear me today. Anyways, back to affiliates. I am an affiliate with Michaels and with KnitPicks. And I do this because I also offer prizes from them. I also offer prizes from other places, but you know. So, oh, that tea was good. Anyways, so what I like to do is I like to share with you some of the things that they have on sale. And then before you spend money on these things, I would like you to go to ksnapier475 at blogspot.com. There should be little links over to the side, but you need to copy and paste them on your browser. I don't know why I can't get the links to work, but I can't. So if you would do that, that sends a couple pennies. It doesn't increase your cost at all. It just sends a couple of the pennies my way, and then I turn around and put those into prizes for you guys. Anyways, so I thought I better let you know what's going on in Michael's and KnitPicks. Come on, there we go. So on Michael's, you can get 20% off of all regular price purchases. And wouldn't you know, I have their ad. Okay. This is online with the code DEC200FF. So DEC20, oh, I'm sorry. Erase that. It's DEC20OFF. It might make a difference. Okay, so it's December 20 off. Just all put together. DEC20OFF. Then they have free shipping on orders of more than $49. Okay, so some of the things they have that I was going through their sale items and checking the things that would be great for crafters. They have a Hearth and Harbor, they call it a crochet bag organizer. I don't see why it can't do for many other crafts too. But it's on sale for $31.99. Then if you're into the knitting looms, they have the round knitting loom 4-piece set for $19.99. Then let's see. Those look like they're crochet hooks. Okay. See, I don't crochet, so it didn't mean anything to me. My Two Ladies Infinity Crochet Hook, and it's ebony with thumbprint. Oh, that would be handy. Anyways, it's $12.95 to $19.95. Then Coates Susan Bates Digital Row Counter. Those are nice. It looks like a wristwatch, so you put it on your wrist and you keep track that way. They're $7.99. Then a standing yarn roller by Loops and Threads. That looks handy. It looks like it's a stand which it has a couple plastic arms on it that you can put your yarn. Not bad for $27.99. Then 12 50-gram acrylic yarn skeins, 1,300 yards of soft yarn, $23.39. Not bad at all. Susan Bates soft ergonomic crochet hooks. It's a set, G through K for $17.99. And there's lots of other things. That's nice. A knitting machine, $84.99. I'm getting down to the knitting things now. They also have the quick knit long loom set for different sizes for $22.99. 4-in-1, I should say. Yarn Swift for $32.99. Let's see what else. Lots of things, but just take a look on there. There's lots of things to see. Then on KnitPicks, up to 60% off of clearance, but you need to use the code 12STASH MAS25. So it's 12STASHMAS25. I had to make sure it wasn't a dollar sign. And then you get an extra 10% off clearance. So you get the 60% off clearance, but then you get an additional 10 with that code. And I was looking over this before we started talking. They have clearance books, kits, tools, yarn, new things in clearance bestsellers, clearance low stock, sale bestsellers, and sale low stock. So lots of good things. So once again, that's KnitPicks. The clearance items are up to 60% off, but then you get an additional 10 if you use the code 12STASHMAS25. So 12STASHMAS25. Yay. So, sorry, I seem to have a little frog in my throat. Not a real frog, Casper. He's not real sure about us right now. He's been getting matted, and I couldn't remember if I got his hair cut last year during the winter. So I made an appointment to just have him, trimmed a little bit. And he's trimmed a little bit. You can see his eyes again. I mean, I love it when I see his eyes either way, with the hair or without, but he can see better. So he went and had his hair cut yesterday. But he still has to have a sweater on in the house and outside the house. Sorry. Now, in addition to the affiliates, I also have 2 craft alongs. Now, I have one that ends December 25th. I close it on January 1st. Okay? And this is the finished object craft along. And all you have to do there is finish an object, take a picture, go over to the Ravelry thread, post your picture. If you have a name for the pattern, please include it for people like me who like to collect patterns. Sorry, just a moment. And then you'll be in the drawing for the prizes next month. I'll tell you about the prizes in a moment, because I have another craft along that I started for, I need to get the right time period. Okay, knitting from Myla's Knit Corner. You know, I've been a supporter of Myla for quite a while, but she has this go. I put the wrong month. Let's see. So this goes. I have to get my calendar in my head right. Okay, so this one goes from December 1st, 2025 through January 31st, 2026. And I will close that then on February 1st. I let Myla know what I was doing, and she sent a discount code for her patterns. The code is Christmas. So when asked for if you have a code, just type Christmas in there, and you can have a discount. Oh my goodness, I think she said. Let me see if I can find her email again. It always amazes me how many emails or how many emails I acquire in a short time. Just a moment. I was right in my mind. The pattern, the code Christmas will get you 50% off of your patterns. Okay? And that goes through December 31st. Her code. Like I said, the craft along will go through January 31st. Okay? Now, you'll log that on Ravelry underneath the correct thread. I have to make sure I have it up there. Yes, I do. Knitting for Myla's Knit Corner. I wanted to make sure because sometimes I think I did something, but I'm never quite sure. Prizes. So I let random number generator pick the prizes because I'm not going to go through and say, oh, this one's so cute. This one isn't. I don't do that because I love the art and the craftsmanship you guys put in all these things. So, random number generator chooses the winners. Then the winners get to choose. I'm sorry. Yeah, the winners get to choose a gift card, a physical gift card from either Hobby Lobby or Michael's for $10, or they can get a $10 e-card from KnitPicks, or they can pick any giftable pattern up to $10. And that's for both the craft alongs, okay? Now, it's time to talk about what I've been working on. So I'm going to stand up and I have to move the camera. I apologize. But there is the afghan. I know I've did all of this, but I did some more of that since last week, since the last time I talked to you. So it is coming along nicely. That is Elsie. Ouch. Elsie's temperature afghan. I'm loving working on it. And at the fun place, I do my exercises by bouncing on a Pilates ball because I can't walk all the steps I need to because I heard him get down, didn't know where he's going. Because I have arthritis in my feet and it hurts. So I get my exercises however I can. So I work on that afghan then, and I do the bouncy ball for 20,000 steps, and then the off days, every other day. Then the off days, I still have my Wii Sport, so I do something that raises my heart rate. Usually tennis or something like that. I'm thinking about going to something else on the Wii before long, but right now that's what I'm doing. And so then on my off days, I come in this room and I will watch things on TV while I knit. So that way it gets worked on every day, and it is. I just love it so much. I'm already planning the next one. I know that Genevieve used to watch my podcast, but I don't think she does anymore. If she did, she should know that before long I'll be giving her information as to where to pick out her colors for her temperature afghan. Then I'm trying to decide if I'm going to make it from California temperatures, which is where she was born, or Ohio, because there's more variation in Ohio, but she lives in California. What do you guys think? Which would be best? Less variation, more accurate, or more variation but different state? Let me know what you think. Then I've got, sorry for the rattling. I've only really worked on this soup kitchen. No, yeah, I've really only worked on this soup kitchen sock this week. I seem to be falling asleep before I get very far, but I did finish the heel and get that far up on the leg. And then to compare to the other one, which I took to church 2 weeks ago, and I think that was the last time I worked on this one. Need to get back to this one. So yeah, I made it through the heel. I made it up this far on the leg, which is not quite as far. So I've been working on those at bedtime. Um, I like to pull out this knitting. Excuse me. Sorry about that. You got a close up of the top of my head. I am sorry about that. Um, because it's basically I don't have to watch it while I'm knitting. So now you guys are going to get a chuckle out of this. My super secret socks. Well, after I showed them to you guys last week, I had so many stitches and rows unwind that I just had to start again. So I'm almost ready to go to the full sock, but this will be a different pattern. I don't have it. I don't have it on hand. So this is the next sock for my super secret sock. And by not saying who it's for, they don't have to know that I messed up. So, okay, I had something come up on my screen. I hate that when that happens. Okay, so those are my socks. I showed you the afghan. Those are my things that I've gotten done. So that's funny. I redid my show notes and I put the super secret socks just as super socks. There we go. That's so I don't forget. Now I'm going to bring something back for you guys. I used to do this and I had some really interesting questions. If you have a question for me, it doesn't matter what it's about. Well, I will have privacy stuff, but you know. Most questions I will answer without any problems. Um, but you won't know if you don't ask. Okay? Then we celebrated the third week of Advent this week. We have these little LED candles that we got this year, and it has a nice base. Well, we had to buy the nice base, and the base you could put evergreen in. And I just love it. And we have it in our front window. So we try to remember to turn on the correct lights. And I told my husband I would love to see how those look from outside. I've not been out in the front yard to look because snow, a lot of snow. And with my arthritis, all I have to do is get them cold, and I am suffering. So, yeah. So, anyways, we've been doing that third week of Advent is here. Then I love that this happened. I have been missing my California family so much. And I'll send Molly a little thing every once in a while saying, missing you, and then squudges, which, if you've ever watched Hook with Robin Williams and Maggie Smith, she says squudges in the movie. And I just love her, love Robin Williams, love the movie, and Molly did too. And so it got to where I say squudges, and it used to be it would come up automatic correction when I type it in. Nope, it comes up as the word now. So that's nice. But anyway, so I've been missing my California kids. And Tobias, bless his soul, after church on Sundays, he gives me a call. And when he had his garden going, he would tell me about that each week. Well, this Sunday, he called. Last week I didn't get to talk to him. I had such a headache. But this week he called and he starts off by saying, so what should we talk about this time? And I love that. So I had Randy in there beside me and he goes, sheep. What else but sheep? For those who don't know, I've always called Randy a city shepherd because we've never, okay, we did have sheep next door, but we had to borrow some of the farmer's land to have enough land for the lambs. So otherwise, when we were first married, anything that was related to sheep, we would go through magazines and find pictures with sheep in them. And he had right above his wall where his study desk was, we would tape all these pictures of sheep. And I still like to get him little things. I didn't get him anything related to sheep this year. Darn. I'm hoping to be able to, sorry, my doggy's wanting over. Maybe when I snow dye my next yarn, I'll make him something out of it. He has to bring me home the Kool-Aid, though, for that to happen. I suggested it 2 weeks ago when we were supposed to have a big snow. And then that snow melted, no problem. But then last week we got a nice heavy snow. And I asked him, I said, do you ever get that Kool-Aid? And he goes, no. So he put it on the grocery list. Do you want to see everybody? Do you want to say hi to everybody? This is my Casper with his new haircut, or his fresh haircut. He likes sitting here because the window out on the main road, that looks out on the main road, is right here. So he can see if anybody's coming up the driveway. I probably told you this last week because for some reason it's in my mind. Our old sofa had a back that he could climb on and rest and just watch traffic and all that. Well, he can't do that with our new sofa. So I suggested to Randy, why don't we get ourselves a sofa table that goes between the sofa and the window? And he thought it was a good idea, so we got one from Wayfair. And before he had it anchored securely, we tried to put Puppy on it, and it was shaking. And so he won't go up on it. But that's okay, because the sofa table looks beautiful. And it gives us a place to put our Advent candles and all that. So I keep saying one of these days he's going to get brave enough that he's going to think, oh yeah, why didn't I like that table? Maybe not, because he has such a memory on him. He remembers little things that happened. But anyway, you go say hi to everybody. I think that's about all I have to talk with you guys about today. You know me, I could keep chattering on and on and on, but I think some of you might have other things to do. And by the way, the winner of the yarn from last week, I sent it. We sent it yesterday, I think, so it should be in the mail. Okay, you should be getting it sometime. You know, Christmas mail, you can't guarantee anything. So yeah, it should be coming sometime. Otherwise, I hope you guys all have a wonderful crafty week. I hope you don't have any mistakes or difficulties, but if you do, I hope they're little ones that are easy to fix. See if I can do this. Love you all. Big, big hugs. Take care. God bless it. I will see you next week. Bye-bye.
Nolig Riel, a Scottish Gaelic phrase meaning Merry Christmas.
We wish you a Scottish Christmas, we wish you a Scottish Christmas, we wish you a Scottish Christmas and a Scottish New Year.
We wish you a Scottish Christmas, we wish you a Scottish Christmas, we wish you a Scottish Christmas and a Scottish New Year.
Scotch tidings we bring to you and your clan, Scotch tidings for Christmas and a Scottish New Year. We wish you a Scottish Christmas, we wish you a Scottish Christmas, we wish you a Scottish Christmas and a Scottish New Year.